Hello everyone! I hope that you're doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha, if you didn't already know. If it's your first time on my channel, I welcome you. I'm so grateful for your support and hopefully you like my videos. Hopefully you keep on liking them for a long time to come. Maybe until I do them at least. In this video I wanted to speak to you about a comment someone left recently on one of the videos I did about, you carry yourself wherever you go. I think I did that a week ago or something. And the individual said something like, no matter what I do, I can't escape myself. I can't escape my face. I can't escape my appearance, my personality, my life. I just can't escape myself. As soon as I read those words, I can't escape myself, I actually got like a shiver running through my body because, I've done that for so long myself. I think throughout my teens and my 20s, I try to escape myself. And I mean, the basic essence of trying to escape yourself is that you don't like yourself, right? You don't like who you are. But instead of changing yourself to be someone that you can actually appreciate or be proud of, you run away from yourself. Right? And I think this is the same idea of why I did the video about you carry yourself wherever you go. Because what we do as human beings is that we try to take the lazy route. And I'm not saying that, I'm different or anything. No, everyone does it. It's the way our complex brain works. It's always looking for the easiest path out there. It's the laziest, easiest path because it takes a lot of energy for our brains to run. It takes a lot of energy to be critical thinkers, to use our mental capacities. Our brains get tired very easily. It takes a lot of sugar. And in general, our brains are kind of built, evolutionary-wise, to conserve energy. Because you never know when you might need a boost of mental power, right? And you never know when you might be like, oh my God, there's something happening, I need to plan for it. And so in general, throughout the day, our brains have a learned behavior to use as little power as possible, as little mental capacity as possible. It's just an evolution thing. It's nothing that you can get around. I mean, you can with willpower, but in general, our brains are like, all right, what's the easiest path here, right? What's the laziest route I can take? It doesn't require a lot of work. It doesn't require a lot of thinking. It doesn't require anything really. I want to take the easiest path, right? And so when it comes down to the fact that, you don't like yourself, or you don't like something in your life, or you don't like a situation that you're going through, what your brain is like, instead of looking for a solution, which is, change yourself, and how can I change myself? Well, do these things. It's like, all right, yeah, you know what? Fight, flight, or freeze. Let's just run away from the situation. Yeah, let's just walk away. Let's run away. Let's fly away. Let's just do whatever to get out of the situation so we don't have to deal with it anymore. Yeah, we just don't want to deal with it. I'm just going to run away. And sometimes, or all the time, it's very difficult to run away from the situation. You might be in a relationship that you're like, well, but I really want to make this relationship work because I think it's worth it. But instead, our brain's like, well, do you really want to work at it? Seems like it's going to be a little bit difficult. It seems like it's going to be a lot of work. Maybe we should just leave it. Yeah, and then we just break off and we're like, all right, I'll try again next time around. Next time around, the same thing happens because we haven't solved the paramount internal issue that's causing this problem. And so it happens over and over again. And instead of noticing the patterns in our life and being like, oh, right, I'm doing this again, I need to stop, we're like, well, yeah, let's just keep on doing it. It's their problem. It's all the men in the world, women say, and all the women in the world that men say. We're like, it's everyone else's fault, but not my own. Of course it's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. It's their fault. And I'm just going to run away from it. And the same thing obviously happens when we look at ourselves, at our lives, at the way we live our lives, at the way we deal with people, at the way we deal with situations. And we look at ourselves and we're like, I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. And for the longest time, as I said, in my teens and 20s, I would look at myself, I would do an internal assessment, and instantaneously I'd have this urge to run away from myself, to escape myself, because I just did not like what I saw. It was dreadful, horrendous. I couldn't believe that this was the person that had grown up to be. I had such huge aspirations and ideals and goals for my life when I was younger, and I had grown up to be a completely useless adult. And so at that point in time, now I would say completely different. But at that point in time, I would look at myself and be like, oh my God, I can't stand to look at myself. And so instead of looking at myself and be like, all right, so I don't like the fact that I'm impatient. So how about I try to do something about it? I'd be like, I'm impatient, but other people are causing me to be impatient. It's their fault. It's it's the world's fault. It's my parents' fault. I was born this way. I can't do anything to change it. So I'm just going to whine about it and complain about it and not live the life that I want to live, right? I did that for the longest time. Or I would just try to escape myself. And, it's very easy nowadays. We have a very consumeristic escapism culture. And so it's very easy. You can either use alcohol, which is what I used, lots and lots of alcohol, or you can use drugs, which I did not use because I didn't like it. Or you can use sex, which I did use as well. Or you can use food, which I use partly, not too much. Or you can use shopping, which I used immensely. Oh my God, I wasted so much money on that. Ugh. I could have been a millionaire by now. Well, not that much so, but I wasted a lot of money on that. And so many other things. TV, I use TV a lot to escape myself. And I also did some good things in order to escape myself. I would go for long walks by myself, without music, without anything. I would just go for walks and for miles-long walks. And I was just like, what's going on here? Why is my life like this? What's going on? Why? And I'd constantly be asking myself this question, what am I doing wrong? Why is my life like this? Why am I like this? And sometimes I'd cry and sometimes I'd scream if I was in the middle of nowhere. And I wanted the answer. I wanted to know why. Why is this like this? Why is my life like that? Why did I turn out like that? And I'd cry and I'd try to figure it out. But mostly, before I could get to the answer, I'd be like, there's no answer to this. All right, I'm going to go and try something else. I'm going to drink a bunch of alcohol with my friends, or I'm going to go shopping, spend money I don't have, or things like that. And so obviously, as soon as I was close to getting to the answer, which is basically change yourself, improve yourself, work on yourself, meditate, do yoga, figure out what's wrong with you and then work on those situations. If you're impatient, work on your impatience. If you have problems with confidence, work on that. All of that was just basically, I knew all of the problems that I had as an individual. I knew all the things that were not wrong with me, but that needed improvement. And instead of changing them, I just blamed everyone else. But basically what I had to do was change myself, improve myself, work on myself, and work on my dreams, which I didn't do. I just tried to escape myself. And so as I said, when I read the comment, I was like, flashback. All of those things that I did in order to escape myself came to my mind, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So as soon as I was like, all right, I need to do a video about this. And I'm sure you're sick and tired of me telling you to improve yourself or to learn more about yourself or all of those things. But literally, those are the essential truths. This is the reason why every scripture that you read, every guru that you speak to, every YouTube video on self-development talks about the same things. And it's interesting to me how people are like, well, yeah, I know that already. Are you doing it? Are you actually implementing it in your life? Because it doesn't matter if you know it. It's not about knowing it. Lots of people know it. Are you actually using it? Are you actually doing it? And so it's really fascinating to me because I'll talk about these things to a lot of different people in real life as well, which is perhaps why I don't have that many friends. They're like, oh, run away, it's boom. No, I'm just kidding. But, or maybe they are like that. But in any case, I talk to people about this, and I'll be telling them the same thing over and over again. Basically, I always tell everyone yoga, meditation, yoga, meditation, yoga, meditation, and then journaling, right? And literally those three things are are the main essence of why I am the way I am, and why I love myself the way I am, and how I've improved myself, and why I lived an amazing life, an ideal life that I would never have imagined that I'd live, right? So, I tell people these things, and they're like, I've heard that already. And I'm like, okay, are you actually meditating every day? Even half an hour a day? no, but I have other things to do, and I was reading this other book and it tells me to do that, and so I was thinking about doing that, and maybe I was watching this other YouTube guy and he was telling me to do this, and maybe I was thinking about doing that. And so there's a lot of thoughts going on, there's a lot of information influx, but they're not actually doing anything with it, right? And so literally, essentially, same thing over and over again. I'm going to tell you these videos are basically me saying the same thing over and over again in different ways, hopefully. Just do the work. Do the work. Stop talking about it. Stop thinking about it. Stop, wasting your time with it. Just do it. Just do your meditation every single day. Do your journaling every day. Try to figure out who you are. Learn about yourself. Learn about what you want to improve about yourself. Figure out a few steps how to improve yourself, which is basically going to come back to yoga and meditation, or other things, obviously, but basically those two. And then do them. Do them. Stop trying to escape yourself. Yeah? Because, you can do this for the rest of your life, but what kind of a life is that? Oh my God. I've lived that life, people. It is not fun. It is not the kind of life where you're like, oh, you wake up and you're like, wow, I get to live another day where I'm escaping myself. No, that's not how it goes. You don't wake up in the morning excited to escape yourself, energized to escape yourself, to run away from the world and from your situations. You wake up and you're sad and disappointed in yourself and upset that you can't make the change that you want to make. You're upset with yourself because you know you can do better, but you're not. And so it's not like you don't know what you need to do. You know. I know you know. You're like, oh, but I don't know. You know. You really do know, though. You need to make some changes in your life. Stop escaping yourself and start making those changes. Or escape yourself and realize that that's what your life is going to be like, but it's going to be very painful, extremely painful, difficult to live, difficult to get up in the morning, difficult to go to sleep at night. Why do you think you get insomnia all the time? Because you're trying to escape yourself, and it's just painful. It's extremely painful. Now, I've already spoken a lot in this video. I'm sure a lot of you are like, all right, I am not listening to this anymore. Well, if you are still listening, I appreciate it. And if you have questions about this particular subject, please comment below and I shall do a follow-up, because I love talking about this subject, as you can imagine. But I also love talking about the subject because it's so important to talk about. It's so important to talk about. Anyways, again, thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.